Welcome back. We start off this segment in South Africa, where the ruling African National Congress has adopted a resolution calling for the nationalization of the central bank and land expropriation without compensation. And following a meeting of party delegates, the head of the ANC's Economic Transformation Committee, Enoch Godongwana, says the ownership of the South African Reserve Bank would not affect the regulator's independence.
The financial conclusion is that we agree that the National Executive Committee will initiate some amendments in the Constitution section in order to achieve expropriation without compensation. That's the first part of the resolution. But there is a caveat. For that to happen, for expropriation without compensation to happen, it must be sustainable. What are the conditions for sustainability? Among those that have been narrated is that it must not impact on agricultural production, food security, and impact on other sectors of the economy. One of the things we've taken is that as part of this process, there should be no illegal occupation of land. That's part of the resolutions we've taken. In relation to the Reserve Bank, nothing new. The proposition, same as it was made in the last in the policy conference, we didn't change it. Its independence, we quote the Constitution even in the resolution. We quote the Constitution as is. And we've also said it's not likely to have an impact at all because shareholders of the Reserve Bank do not have a effect in any way on the monetary policy, which is governed by a different kind of people. So that remains the issue.
And on commodities, oil prices were stable today after posting strong gains late in the previous session on the back of a drop in U.S. crude inventories. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures were at $58.05 a barrel, down 3 cents from their last settlement. Brent crude futures, the international benchmark for oil prices, were at $64.58 a barrel, down 8 cents. Now let's look at the trend so far and the outlook going into 2018. Pamela Basiduk, research analyst with Financial Derivatives Company, is here with me. Good afternoon, Pamela. Good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So we've seen average oil price increase. That's in the last quarter, the fourth quarter, to average currently at about $60, $90. Will this trend continue into the next quarter?
Well, definitely we'll see this trend continue. Well, based on the fact that if we see stable production and we see that OPEC and normal OPEC members comply with the oil production output deal, we don't see any breach in that. We'll definitely see the trend continue. But then we should also note that having higher oil prices comes incentives for more U.S. shale production. And once this happens, there's more supply of crude in the market, and then it leads to a fall in prices. So this might limit gains. But all in all, with everything being equal, we'll see the trend continuing into the first quarter of 2018.
And how is this likely to impact the Nigerian economy?
Well, let's look at it in two parts. So it will impact positively, and also it could impact us negatively. We know that Nigeria is an economy, it will depend on oil for most of our revenues. So with higher oil prices leads to more revenue for the government. There's more forex availability, there's accretion in external reserves, and then we see that there's more salary arrears paid, so that transfers down to the consumers. So there's more disposable income, more demand for goods and services, and then we see a boost in economic activities and then eventually economic growth. But then if we look at the negative side, yes, we're an oil-producing country, but then we import most of our refined products. We don't refine PMS here, so we import most of that here. And then once we have higher crude prices, we're going to see that will translate to higher lending costs for our PMS. And then if that happens, we're going to see people moving for more, there will be high cost of PMS, and then, like, we can also see that translating in the fuel queues we're experiencing now in Lagos and at general the whole nation. We're seeing that there's not much, or there's clamour for more fuel because there's an increase in PMS. And then at the time that this was done, at the time that we had 145 naira per litre, that was when we had an exchange rate of an effective exchange of about 280 naira per dollar, and we also had the budget benchmark at $42. But now we're looking at the Brent crude is at $64 at the moment, above $64 at the moment, which means that there's higher Brent crude, which will also translate to higher PMS transporting it down here. So, yeah, that's
so if any shock occur in the global markets, as we see, and oil prices fall below our proposed 2018 budget, that's about 47 naira. Would Nigeria be able to withstand the shock?
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll be able to. Let's paint a picture. Right now, we have budget price is at 40, or our budget price for 2017 was at $44. $44 per 5 cents, and then we saw average oil prices for 2017 so far has been $54. So that's giving us a space or headroom of an extra $9.50 to $10 within that range. So it creates enough for in the excess crude account, so we have enough to be able to withstand whatever shock we have in the next 12 months, so literally a year. So we'd be able to withstand that, given the fact that we'd have excess in the crude account, so we could fund projects, or if there's a shock and we need to get money from next year.
All right, thank you very much, Pamela. Let's hope for the best, and let's see what happens going into 2018. And it's been a wonderful week and a wonderful period, so I can say Merry Christmas.
Exactly.
And you're going on holiday, I know that. All right, Pamela. Pamela Basidiuk is one of the research analysts with Financial Derivatives Company. Now, as Christmas approaches, many families in Nigeria are struggling to celebrate the holidays, with the country just emerging from a recession this year and the majority of civil servants facing continued salary delays. Traders in the capital city say business is slow and that they are expecting subdued festive shopping this year.
Just a few days to Christmas, seem to be out looking for bargains this year at the popular market in Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. Traders say despite promotions to draw the customers, sales remain low, probably because shoppers are cautious about spending due to hard economic times. As the year draws to a close, recovery from the country's first recession in 25 years remains slow and fragile. Despite annual inflation slowing for the 10th month to 15.9% this week, and a separate food price index showing inflation at 20.30% in November compared to 20.31% in October, it has not had any impact on the prices of food items in the market.
We have beautiful things around us, but costly. Things are costly. Maybe we came in now to buy some teacups that we used to buy 150. Each now is 450 naira.
Everywhere is almost empty and scanty. There are not much people who are patronizing sellers. There are not even much people also in the market to buy because there is no money. The economy is so bad, terribly bad this year.
And about 300 kilometers away in Benue State, residents of Makadi came out to watch the Mami Water Parade, a masquerade in honor of a water deity that's usually held during the season and also marks celebration with ancestors during the festivities.
And that's a wrap on the program for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Chimeze Obi Iwabu.